Hello everyone. The new episode opens with an envelope that Cihan finds in the drawer and the plane tickets that come out of it. When he takes the tickets in his hand, both surprise and an unshakable determination appear on his face, because he is now aware of the trap that Mukadder and Skull have set against Hanker and Cihan'ın. This truth creates a silent but deep tension inside the mansion. He decides to create a new plan to completely eliminate the threat and reveal the truth. On the other hand, Mukadder still confidently thinks about putting the blame on Skull. However, this time there is a Cihan in front of her who sees everything, calculates everything, and can no longer be easily manipulated. Freed from his mother's influence, Cihan now acts with logic and conscience and believes in Hanker's innocence with all his heart. Hanker, who notices this change, feels both surprised and deeply relieved. After years of dark games, her hope that the truth will finally emerge grows stronger. Cihan'ın, with Engin's support behind her, takes action to gain Mine's custody and to break Mukadder's schemes. This situation starts a cold but extremely intelligent psychological war between the sides. Although Mukadder tries to predict Cihan's moves in advance, she now faces a completely different opponent. Meanwhile, Skull goes through a difficult process with the confusion and anger caused by her pregnancy and, in a moment of weakness, considers terminating her baby. However, Hanker's calm, understanding, and compassionate approach pulls Skull away from this dark thought. Thus, Skull begins to confront the guilt, anger, and fear within herself. By turning the plane tickets into strong evidence, Cihan both proves Hanker's innocence and gives Cihan'ın an advantage in the custody battle. The atmosphere of the mansion becomes increasingly tense. The silence in the rooms feels like a sign of an approaching storm. While everyone prepares to face their secrets, Mukadder's moves begin to be revealed one by one. Thanks to Cihan's strategies, the dark plans start to unravel. As Hanker and Cihan'ın gain strength, Mukadder's games collapse one by one. With Cihan's support, Hanker clears herself of accusations, while Cihan'ın, with Engin's help, protects both herself and Mine. Although arguments and short conflicts occur inside the mansion, Cihan maintains control with his sense of justice and calmness. Skull's pregnancy and internal conflicts add depth to her character, while Hanker's support gives the audience emotional relief. In this episode, Cihan's intelligence and determination come to the forefront, delivering a strong message that justice and goodness will prevail. Towards the finale, Cihan not only reveals the evidence but also prepares for a major move that will change everyone's fate. As all the plans made in the past are exposed one by one, tension inside the mansion reaches its peak. Everyone prepares to make their own move. Hanker and Cihan'ın's calm and rational strategies neutralize all the traps set by Mukadder. Skull is no longer as fragile as before. With Hanker's guidance, she begins to take stronger and more conscious steps. With Engin's legal support, Cihan'ın's custody battle accelerates, while Cihan's carefully constructed plans corner Mukadder completely. As chaos inside the mansion slowly gives way to order, balances begin to reset. At the end of the episode, thanks to Cihan's determination, the truth emerges completely. While Mukadder's games collapse, Hanker and Cihan'ın become the winners of this battle. However, just when everything seems finished, a new surprise awaits the audience. Skull's pregnancy and Mukadder's final move add a new layer of tension to the story. As Mukadder panics, she begins to take harsher and more dangerous steps. She tries to pull Skull back to her side by using her past fears and weaknesses. But this time, the old Skull no longer exists. Strengthened by Hanker's support, Skull learns to act with reason rather than emotion. Instead of suppressing guilt and anger, she controls them and stands firmly against Mukadder's manipulation. During this process, the bond between Cihan and Hanker grows even stronger. They are no longer just two people walking toward the same goal but true partners who trust each other. When Hanker's strong intuition combines with Cihan's strategic intelligence, the resulting power becomes enough to destroy all of Mukadder's plans. Every trap set inside the mansion is ruined before it can even happen. Meanwhile, Cihan'ın and Engin accelerate the legal process as their evidence becomes stronger. Mukadder's past mistakes come to light one by one. Engin's calm but determined attitude helps Cihan'ın stand stronger. The struggle for Mine's future turns into a great battle where justice will win. Just when everything seems under control, an unexpected development occurs. Mukadder decides to play her final card and makes a move that shakes everyone's balance. An old secret hidden deep within the mansion suddenly faces the danger of being revealed. Moreover, this secret contains a truth that will deeply affect not only Mukadder but also Cihan'ın. When Cihan'ın realizes this move, he hesitates briefly, because this time the issue is not only justice but also his family's past. However, he quickly regains composure and decides to act without surrendering to emotions. During this difficult time, Hanker becomes Cihan'ın's greatest support, guiding him whenever he hesitates. Escalating's internal journey also deepens. Her pregnancy is no longer just a shock but becomes a symbol of a new beginning and transformation in her life. The episode ends with an emotionally and dramatically intense finale, leaving the audience with curiosity, excitement, and satisfaction at the same time. As the idea of becoming a mother grows stronger within Cihan'ın, she finds the courage to face her past mistakes. With Hanker's support, she decides to leave the shadow of the past behind and start anew. Inside the mansion, tension reaches its peak as everyone prepares to confront each other. Thanks to Cihan'ın's collected evidence and carefully built plans, all of Mukadder's schemes are exposed one by one. With nowhere left to escape, Mukadder faces the fear of losing for the first time. Near the end of the episode, a major confrontation takes place. Cihan'ın faces Mukadder and reveals all truths openly. This moment becomes not only a confrontation but also the end of years of lies. Hanker and Cihan'ın are also present in this scene, and everyone speaks their truth. But just when everything seems resolved, a new surprise enters the scene. Mukadder's unexpected final move once again overturns the balance. This move is powerful enough to affect everyone's fate. As the episode approaches the finale with this shocking development, the characters' destinies become uncertain again. Cihan'ın's determination, Hanker's strength, Cihan'ın's struggle, and Escalating's transformation keep hope and curiosity alive simultaneously. Feeling cornered, Mukadder becomes even more dangerous and decides to use the biggest secret she has hidden from the past as her final weapon. This secret is strong enough to shake not only Cihan'ın but the very foundation of the mansion. As everyone holds their breath, the words spoken by Mukadder freeze the atmosphere. This revelation deeply affects Cihan'ın, creating an internal conflict as he realizes that truths he believed for years might actually be lies. But this is no longer the old Cihan'ın. Instead of surrendering to emotions, he takes a deep breath and holds on to logic, knowing he must stay strong for everyone beside him. Once again, Hanker becomes his greatest support, giving him strength with her silent but determined presence. Their bond has now grown beyond words. Even a single glance from Hanker reminds Cihan'ın that he is on the right path. Meanwhile, developments accelerate on Cihan'ın and Engin's side. Mukadder's final move pushes the legal process into a critical phase. Engin skillfully uses the new information to turn the process in Cihan'ın's favor. The fight for justice becomes sharper as the tension rises toward the finale. Cihan'ın now fights not only for herself but for Mine's future and has no intention of stepping back. Her determination grows stronger with every moment. Inside Skull, another storm rages, but this time she chooses confrontation instead of escape. Her pregnancy becomes a source of strength, guiding her toward becoming a strong and independent woman free from Mukadder's influence. The great confrontation inside the mansion intensifies. Long-hidden secrets, suppressed emotions, and unspoken truths emerge one by one. Each character faces their own test, revealing who is truly strong. Combining the evidence and Mukadder's confessions, Cihan'ın makes his final move, powerful enough to shake the entire system she built. Control passes completely into Cihan'ın's hands, and for the first time Mukadder faces true helplessness. Just when everything seems finished, the final scene delivers a shocking twist. A knock is heard at the door, and the person who enters is someone who will change everyone's lives once again. This unexpected arrival signals that not only the past but also the future will take a completely different direction. Cihan'ın to main next step main isko YouTube narration. English script dramatic plus professional recap style. Main B convert Kararı jo direct voice over Kelly ready ho.